What's up? What's up, world? How goes it today? Jeff Lerner joining you on a Monday, the last day of the month, the last day before the first day of the last month of the year. This is a big time. We just finished Thanksgiving week, and I think that means a lot of people are feeling full from eating too much and lethargic from being in the holiday doldrums. What's up? What's up? I'm going to suggest to you that we change that real fast. Time to shed that weight and reinvigorate and finish the year strong. We got 1 month left. What's up, Miko? What's up, Jace? Sun Warriors, Natalie, Rain. You guys, let me know you're here. Say hello. Say hello. Give me a shout out. Where you are, who you are. What's the latest in your life? Time to double down. Amen to that, Miko. Appreciate it. What's up, Brian? What's up, Colin? What's up, Zachary? What's up, Ronnie? What's up, Prawin? What's up, Elizabeth? What's up, Desiree? I have one simple question for you today. What's up, Juan in Dallas? Johnny, Ramon from Virginia, Maddie. Appreciate everyone being here. My one question for you today is, are you boring enough? Zachary says he's taking the program right now. So glad to hear it. So glad to hear it. Corey, Jandro, appreciate everyone being here. Sola, Ray, Kya. Such an amazing group of people. Somebody from Belgium. Appreciate you being here from Belgium. Bill in Des Moines. Jeffrey. Good name, Jeffrey. Are you boring enough? Fun is not where it's at, because you know what's more fun than fun? Success, stability, growth. When your personal world just keeps on expanding to incorporate more and more of the great things that you want in the world around you, the relationships, the activities, the assets, when your world is expanding, that is more fun than fun. Somebody says, I'm boring every day. I hope so. I hope so. I hope you are boring as all get out. I hope the people around you are like, dude, let's do something. And you're like, nope, I'm busy in my lane. I don't need to change lanes because I'm busy in my lane. And everything I need, I simply place in my lane. And the only reason I go outside of my lane is to get something that I need in my lane so that I can bring it back in my lane and just stay in my lane. I did a little inventory before I fired up this conversation. Because listen, all false modesty aside, the last couple years, I've gotten dialed like never before. And I've always been a pretty consistent person. I've always been a pretty relentless person. But these last couple of years, I don't know, something switched. Maybe it's because I was getting ready to turn 40 and I started to feel like I'm running out of time or whatever. Hang on, let me turn the air conditioning off. And I know that 40 is not that old. I'm just kidding. I feel very young. What's up, Nick? What's up, Sam? What's up, Joel? Appreciate you guys. Deanna, appreciate all of you so much being here. King, Dijon, Caesar, so many great people. Last couple years, it's funny. I have this model. I'll just say this. Here's the thing about boring and consistent. People go work a job and they show up every day and they're exciting and they're fun. And they're like networking at the water cooler and schmoozing and making all the big stuff happen and trying to get noticed by their boss. And they're turning in their TPS reports 2 days early so they get some special attention. They're trying to make a fuss so they get promoted. I'm not trying to get promoted. I don't need anybody to promote me. I'm just trying to build. I'm just trying to put brick after brick after brick on my cathedral as a celebration of my God-given ability to create and build value in this world. Brick by brick, we build the cathedral. I don't need anybody to notice me. I just need everybody to notice me. See the difference? What's up, Isaac? What's up, Jason? What's up, Jose? What's up, Isaiah? What's up, Grandmaster? Melanie? Appreciate all you guys being here. I'm telling you, get boring. The last couple of years, I have gotten so boring. People around me, there's like, I don't know what Jeff's doing, but it's working. It's working. I'm telling you, last 2 years, here's how I look at it. So you have this long number, right? This long number. Hold on. Do I have a pen? Let me get a pen. Hold on. I'm going to go grab a piece of paper and a pen. I'm going to illustrate this. I need a pen. All right. Sorry. That was poor form for a live to just disappear. But all I could find was a dry erase marker. Let me show you. This is how a job works. I'm going to show this in a second, but this is how a job works. And then this is how building works. Okay. So let me write up here, job and building. I promise this will make sense. So here's the deal. This is how most people try to do a job. They start at 1 and they go, oh, I better work hard. So I get promoted to a 2. And then I better work hard still and get promoted to a 3. And I bet if I get noticed, I get promoted to a 4. Meanwhile, the guy that starts a business and just builds value in the world, he's over here at 0.0001 and gets the job, is like, I'm at a 1, bro. You're some kind of loser, man. I'm 10,000 times ahead of you. Or 1,000. What is it? 1,000 times 10 times 100 times it. No, 10,000, right? This guy's 10,000 times ahead of this guy. And then let's say they work really hard for 6 months and they get promoted. Like this guy gets promoted. Now he's at a 2. But now this guy, he's at 0.001, right? And then let's say that another step happens. Now this guy, he's at a 3 and this guy's at 0.01. See, what's happening is the decimal point. The decimal point is moving. One step after the other, the decimal point moves. Now it's 0.001. Now it's 0.01. Now it's 0.1. And eventually you get 4 steps in, and this guy's at a 4, and this guy's at a 1. By the way, this is me. I've just been building shit. I've just been boring as hell the last couple of years, just building shit in my lane, right? So I'm at a 1. Meanwhile, this guy's at a 4 going, oh, I'm at a 4 in my job, yo, man. I'm 4 times ahead of you. And I say, okay, cool. Well, for my next move, I'm just going to pop to a 10 while you fight to get to a 5. And how about if for my next move, I just pop to 100? Now you're at a 6. Well, now I'm 15 times ahead. Next move, you go to 7. I'll go to 1,000. And so on. Boring moves the decimal point. Sexy moves the number up by 1. I just been building, man. Every day I just try to get simpler and more boring. We just had a record. Well, today's the last day of the month, but I can already tell you we're going to have a record month. We just popped up oh dear, just my growth. I don't know. It's not couth or politically correct to like talk raw numbers. I'll just tell you that this month I'm up another 40% from last month. This year, in the last 5 months, I've done as much income as I did in any previous 3 years. It's just boring, dude. You're just so effing boring. It makes people crazy. Sometimes it makes you crazy. And that's how you know it's right. You just got to stay in it. That's the hardest thing. You know, there's a great quote, Blaise Pascal, great French philosopher of the 17th century. He said, All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room by himself. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room by himself. Wars have been started because leaders of nations could not tolerate the void of stillness and silence. And they had to go do something. And they had to, I got to go conquer something and make a fuss. No, no, no. Just build. Just stay in your lane, man. So I did a little inventory today. I was like, what is my life? My life, I came up with this saying. I was like, you know, you can have it all. Anybody in this world, you can have it all. Notice I didn't say you can have it all. I said you can have it all. You can have it all. Brian, what's up? Polax, what's up? Jeff, Marie, hey, hey, you can have it all because your life is simply a function of your habits. That's why you got to get so boring. People that are completely grooving with habits and only habits, and they don't even try to do anything. At this point, I don't try to do anything. Like a doing is like a one-time thing. It's like a transactional approach to life. No, I'm only shaping. All I want to do is shape habits. I don't want to do anything. I just want to shape habits. Shaping habits is simple. There's 3 phases to changing habits. There's a destruction phase, an installation phase, and an integration phase. And they each take about 3 weeks. So they say it takes 3 weeks to make a habit. That's not actually true. It takes 3 weeks to destroy a habit. And then you're left with this chaos. It's called neuroplasticity, right? You start what's called synaptic pruning. The neurons in the brain woven and unwound. And there's like all this, you know, it involves myelin and gray matter and white matter and all this crazy stuff in your brain. And then you've got to like rewire. You unwire, which is called synaptic pruning. And then you rewire, which is installing and integrating new habits. Each phase takes about 3 weeks. The good news about that is in 9 weeks, you can change everything about your life. Pick one habit, physically, personally, and professionally. Take 9 weeks, change it. What's up, Jacqueline Lerner, the love of my life? Glad you're here. Take 9 weeks, pick 3 habits, or honestly, pick one. Pick one habit, change it for the next 9 weeks, then pick another one, change that. Pick another one, change that. Physical, personal, professional. 3 habits, change your whole life. 27 weeks, right? This is my life. I'm going to tell you my life in a nutshell. I go to the gym 60 minutes, 7 days a week. I listen to an audiobook upon wake up, usually from about 3:30 to 4:30 in the morning or 3:30 to 5, on and off kind of while I'm doing my morning prep. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I prep my vitamins. The baggie's almost empty because I took them all today, but every morning I have this box that's pretty ridiculous. It's so full of vitamins. They don't make a vitamin caddy big enough for all my vitamins and supplements. So I had to go to Home Depot and buy a case that contractors keep their nuts and bolts in, like their screws, like a screw box that had enough compartments for all my vitamins and supplements. So I have this little ritual every morning. I make my coffee and then I go organize. I take out the right amount of pills and I put it in my baggie for the day and I just pop them throughout the day. So I do that 7 days a week, gym 7 days a week, audiobook 5 days a week, vitamins 7 days a week, 45 to 60 minutes of piano practice 5 days a week. I eat pre-planned meals every day, 3 to 5 times a day. I never go out for food. I'm in my office. I never have to leave here to go get food, ever. In fact, it's a Monday. Every Monday evening, I go pick up my meal prep for the week. Jacqueline picks it up on Thursdays. I usually pick it up on Monday. Every Monday, I have the morning of management meetings. I have the afternoon of content creation. Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons, I do all my interviews. I have people on my show, Millionaire Secrets, and I appear on other people's shows. We put everything on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons. Friday is when I create all my YouTube videos and my ad videos. If you've seen any of my ads, and I'm guessing you have because we're freaking everywhere. I saw a guy at the post office today who said, "Don't I know you?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I saw you on YouTube." I said, "Dude, everybody sees me on YouTube." We had 6 million different people see my YouTube ad in the last 28 days. I make all that stuff on Fridays along with my YouTube content. We just passed 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have over 400 videos on YouTube. I shoot them all on Fridays along with my ad videos. I do my content creation. If you've been through any of my courses, any of the Entre Institute stuff, I do it Monday afternoons, Tuesday mornings, and Wednesday for an extended morning that bleeds into the early afternoon every week. Like religion, man. I got religion. My religion is called my habits. I do this live stream 5 days a week usually between 4 and 6. That depends a little bit on some other meetings and stuff. I get my hair cut every third Saturday. I do an inner circle intensive 2 Monday evenings per month. I lead our mastermind. We have a session the second and fourth Mondays of every month. Again, I pick up my meal prep every Monday evening. I play dolls with my 4-year-old girl for every night. I play dolls for 6 minutes, and then I tickle her back for 4 minutes. She literally sets timers. She says, Daddy, tonight we play dolls for 6 minutes. Every night it's 6 minutes. She sets a 6-minute timer. I play dolls. And then she says, and then tickle my back for 4 minutes. And she sets another timer on her iPad, tickle her back for 4 minutes. I usually end up lingering and probably turns into like a whole 30-minute ordeal. But every night, back tickles and playing dolls with my daughter. I'm in bed with my wife by 8:30 and I'm asleep by 10:30 every single day. So boring. So boring. And I will not deviate for anything. I get irate when people try to knock me off. Today I had to go to the post office. I've told you I had to go to the post office, right? When I had to go to the post office today to mail a package, I've been putting it off for 2 weeks because I will not take 15 minutes to go to the post office on a weekday. They were closed on Saturday. I could do it on the weekend. The weekday, I don't want to go to the post office for 15 minutes because it's not in my schedule. It's not part of my habits. That is why my business has grown 2,600% in the last 11 months. I do reply to DMs, and that, yeah, Miko makes a good point. Yeah, so I have Instagram DMs, I have Facebook comments, and admittedly, I've hired, and I have this new feature, my community text messages. And literally this morning, as I was driving to work, you know what was on my mind? You know what was weighing on me is I need to chunk some time in my calendar specifically for replying to community text messages because right now I don't have it scheduled, so it doesn't happen. Like nothing but your habits. So I'm curious, who wants to share with me some habits? Who wants to share with me some habits? Who wants to share with me why you're getting the results that you are getting or that you're not getting in this world? I said today, so we put this, I'll show you guys this. I'm very excited about it. We redesigned our, where is it? We redesigned our core values document for Entre. The old one is up there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, but we redid our core values. And so we redesigned the core values document. Let me find this beautiful thing here. Okay, here it is. So this is our new core values document. Core beliefs right there. Look, they even made a little picture of me on there, right? It's our mission statement, our vision statement, and then here's our values. We came up with these pretty little graphics for our values, the core values. And at the bottom, they needed a quote. So this is my quote. Because they were like, Jeff, we need a quote for the bottom of the values document. And I was like, okay, well, let me come up with a quote, right? This is what I wrote. And I think it's important here. An awesome life is a tricky thing. And by the way, bucked up Rucker, we're going to come back to that procrastination question that you asked about. I said, an awesome life is a tricky thing, accessible to anyone, but also rare by its nature. We choose our life daily through our focus, our habits, and our commitments. And every day we wake up to the consequences of our choices. So choose wisely. That's my quote. Every day is nothing other than the natural, inevitable consequence of the commitments and the habits and the passions that we chose every day prior to that day. Every single day. What'd you wake up to today? Whatever you woke up to today is just the natural consequence. It's nothing to be upset about. That's like If a mosquito bites you and the next day you have an itch, it's like being mad that you itch. Well, that's the natural consequence of getting bit by a mosquito, right? Every day we wake up to the natural consequence of the previous day's choices and decisions and habits and habits and habits. You can have it all. Let me say it again. Your habits. 3, 2, 1, go. Morning routine. Make my bed, brush my teeth, drink a glass of water every day in the first 15 minutes of my day. Then I jump into my morning physical routine. Yes, my friend, that's what I'm talking about. Early wake up, 10-minute meditation and breathing, 1-hour workout, changed my life. Jeffrey says he does a gratitude journal every morning without fail. Somebody says they read for 4 hours a day, no matter what. That's a lot. I don't know if that's a good amount or not. I know that's a lot, and I applaud it. Listen, if that's serving you, amazing. Wake up with my girls. What a blessing. 30 minutes of training every single, you guys, this is good. This is good stuff. Like these are the only conversations we'll have. People say, oh, what have you been up to lately? Well, I caught a baseball game last week, and yeah, I've been working on my this and who cares? Is it a habit? If it's not a habit, it doesn't count. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing habitually. If it's not worth doing habitually, it's not worth doing because it doesn't build. That's like saying, I'm going to make a deposit into an account that bears no interest, and I'm never going to look at the account again. Why would you make a deposit into an account that bears no interest and that you're never planning to use for any sort of ongoing part of your personal finances? You only deposit money into accounts that you either use regularly for a practical purpose, like your free daily checking, or generally that bears a return. If it doesn't compound, it doesn't count. If it's not a habit, it doesn't count. Your one-off thing, I remember this guy telling me that he had a problem with confidence. It was a she. She had a problem with confidence. And she's like, but I did it. I overcame it. I got over it. I did karaoke last week. One time she got liquored up and got up on stage and sang karaoke one time. Bullshit. She didn't overcome her confidence issue. She distracted herself from her confidence issue so that she could give herself a fake pass for the fact that she was still crippled by holding herself back because she lacked confidence because she needed to get drunk one time to go sing karaoke on a stage in front of a bunch of other drunk people whose opinions don't count because none of them remember the next day. Nothing happened. Now, if you say, I joined a karaoke club and I habitually sing karaoke and I can do it sober. In fact, I'm developing my craft. I'm really working on my singing. I'm working on my expression. I'm working on connecting to my body. I'm working on my resonance. I'm working on my projection. Okay, great. Now you're building something. You can build anything. It's worthwhile insofar as you build it with a spirit of growth and development. Just because you did something counts for nothing. In fact, you would have been better off not doing it, because to do it once means you opportunity costed yourself the energy of doing something else consistently to put it into something you did one time just so you could have some, fleeting sense of satisfaction that you did a thing. What does that do for you? It's what you do every day for a decade that shapes your life. For a decade. By the way, a year, I'm over this year bullshit. I don't care what you do for a year. Unless you're serving time, a year's not a long time. Look, if you're in jail, a year probably feels like a long time. I'll give you that. But I don't want to hear this. But I worked hard every day for a year. I went to the gym every day for a year. I was nice to my wife every day for a year. I worked on my business every day for a year. I've been working on my business every day since I was 16 years old. I'm 41. And it's finally clicking at the level that I count, that I consider meaningful. Everything else was a warm-up. And you know what? 10 years from now, this is going to be a warm-up. We got to start thinking long. Warren Buffett, I was reading an interview with Warren Buffett the other day. He said, it was somebody who was asking him, they said, like, Warren, Mr. Buffett, I think they call him Mr. Buffett. I don't think you have to earn the right to call him Warren, right? I don't know if this guy had earned it. He said, Mr. Buffett, your investing style is so simple. Why doesn't everybody just copy it? Why don't more people do it? And Warren Buffett said, because nobody wants to get rich slow. His style is about not losing money. It's about generating above market returns consistently. It's about playing the value game. It's about making investments. Warren Buffett buys things when the decimal point is over here, and then he waits. And it might be year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7. Suddenly, year 7, everybody's like, oh, you bought it at 0.001, and now it's worth 1,000. You made 1 million times return in 7 years. You're some kind of genius. He said, no, I'm not a genius. I'm just patient. Nobody wants to get rich slow. How's that working out for you? How's the fast and furious approach to value creation and wealth accumulation working out for you? I know it's not working that well, or else I wouldn't have so damn many customers. You know who's not buying my courses? Billionaires. Billionaires are not buying Jeff Lerner's courses. I mean, maybe, I don't know. That'd be amazing if they did. I'd love to meet them and learn from them and have them even train in the courses. But like, as far as I can tell, the reason there's so much demand for my courses is because the fast and furious approach to making lots of money quickly and the lottery ticket concept is not working for people. And there's just a woeful amount of misinformation, miseducation. And I'm not going to go so far as to say that it's a willful, nefarious deception, but I am going to suggest that there are some forces in the world that depend on your dependency. They depend on your lack of independence. They are liberated by your lack of freedom. There are some powers that be in this world that depend on you staying stuck. And they don't want you to know this stuff. They don't want you to know that you could take those 4 years that you went to college. And I'm not against college. I got a college degree. I'm not against college if it's intentional, if it's part of habitual lifelong learning and there's a specific thing you want to learn or a specific credential you need to acquire that has actual value in the market, not just that some, expensive receipt called a diploma for all the money you dropped and all the debt you took on. If there's a reason, college is great. But for most people, 4 years, if they had just spent it with good habits. Because, oh, you got to go to college so that you can learn how to learn. I don't need to go to college to learn how to learn. I just need to not be an easily distracted ADHD schizoid knucklehead that like chases every shiny object I see or thinks that fun is fun, that somehow fun is more fun than success. Fun is the greatest trick the devil ever pulled. Fun is how society and culture and the forces of the universe distract you from doing the work that's actually joy producing and gratifying and fulfilling in this world, which is building things. Building things. And you know how I know this? Because kids are smarter than adults. And who loves to build things? Children. Children can entertain themselves for hours stacking blocks and connecting Legos. When I was a kid, I used to build universes with Legos. I knew then what society tried to get me to forget later, which is that slowly, deliberately, methodically stacking the blocks will lead to the big number. And the stacking of the blocks is called habits. And there you have it, folks. Bread and circuses, panem et circensum, saith Juvenal, the great Roman poet. It's how we distract the masses, bread and circuses. Produce a circus, bake the bread. Don't consume them, please. That, by the way, that's all I do on social media. I have turned bread and circuses into a massive win for my life because I bake the bread and I produce the circus, right? I produce for social media. Social media is the grand bread and circus of our time that everybody's just drinking from. Give me media, give me dopamine, give me distraction, give me an escape from my life because I feel powerless to change it when the power's literally in the toy. You're playing with a toy to distract yourself, but the toy is also a tool and the power is there Take it from me. 2 years ago, I was driving around in my car, shooting videos with my phone. Now I have a business that's changing the landscape of global education, literally because I changed my relationship with social media to be a producer, to turn the toy into a tool. Retraining my mind for God's perfect will for my life. I love you wonderful humans. I just do. By the way, did anybody see my interview with Dion McIntosh? It came out last week. You want to know how I got it together and how I got so dialed in with this strategy and figured out what I was going to do and how I was going to do it to build what I've built in the last 2 years? Watch that interview with Dion McIntosh. It is and he's such a beautiful human being. It is just a superhuman, organic, emotive, and empathetic conversation between me, his grateful client and student, and him, who taught me, like, this is how you brand yourself as a human to get traction in the market. As an aside, I strongly encourage you to check it out. Yeah, Jeff, you'll love that one. You'll love that one. Anyway, so you know what, guys? I gotta go pick up my meals. I'm gonna take one question. Fire a question. Any question. Nothing off limits. What's up, Moda Plus Size Mobile? I appreciate your feedback, by the way. A distraction and a platform, no deep work when you're watching content. Deep work. Man, who wrote that book? I can't remember who wrote that book, but it's so good. Melanie, love that routine. Somebody says, what's the best interview for beginning real estate? That is the question that I'm going to tackle. Bear with me. I'm going to get you the answer. I'm going to look. Oh, yeah. Somebody talked. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate it. The procrastination question. I was not procrastinating on the question. I literally just forgot. But I'm also going to answer that question about real estate. So those will be my two. Here's the thing about procrastination. There's a quote. I'm going to Google it. It's by Marianne Williamson. Quote on our deepest fear. Yes, she says this. And this is our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. You feel me? Trust me, I know. Because in the last 2 years, I've been shining my light, and it's starting to get refracted, and it's starting to show up. It's starting to make a big spread. And you know what? I wake up every day a little more nervous, with a little more fear to push through, because the bigger this gets, the more eyes on me. The bigger this gets, the more eyes on me. Who am I? It says right here, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? And she says, but actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God, and you're playing small does not serve the world, she says. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I believe it. It is the truth, and it is why we procrastinate. Because our ego stop. I just put out a YouTube video about this like a week or two ago, so check it out if you want more in-depth discussion. But our ego stops us from quitting because we don't like quitters. We don't like quitters. We don't want to be a quitter. So we don't say, you know what? I'm out. I'm done. I quit. I bail. I fold. No. But we want to, deep down, we want to quit because we are scared of what happens if we push through and we win. We are scared of the greatness and the power that will accrue simply by achieving our goals. So instead of quitting, we delay. Delay is how you quit with 1,000 tiny decisions that allow what's called diffusion of responsibility. Diffusion of responsibility is how the Nazis convinced themselves that they were just following orders. Well, it wasn't me. I just followed the order. It just got passed down. I'm just part of a big machine. It wasn't me. That diffusion of collective responsibility that allows people to do horrible things in large groups, we do in our own life when we diffuse the responsibility to say, I didn't quit. I just procrastinated on a whole bunch of little things. I just procrastinated a little bit every day. Now, granted, at the end of my life, I will look back with regret and realize I never achieved the thing. No different than if I had just quit wholesale, but I spared my ego the shame of actually having quitting just by instead procrastinating intermittently and frequently in smaller intervals. Think about that. Every time you procrastinate, it is no different than folding on your own potential. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. I don't care if you say, I'll do it tomorrow. That is a lie. You'll be dead tomorrow. The potential you that would have existed if you had been disciplined enough to do it today will be dead tomorrow. There may be a new person in its place who's capable of a little bit less, who's a little bit more compromised, whose light is a little less brilliant. Yes, that person will be there tomorrow. But the you that you could have been if you were a person who did it today will be dead by tomorrow. Facts. As far as the real estate question, let me pull this up. Somebody said, what's the best video for people getting started in real estate? Let me pull up the playlist. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so I really liked, I thought that Juan Pablo interview was really, really good. There's also an interview with Brian Page about Airbnb. That's a different strategy, but that's a good one. But yeah, I'm going to go with Juan Pablo, although I'm also going to throw in Rachel Richards because just the discipline that she used to get started. She's retired at 27 years old because she was so disciplined early in her life. And I think it bears watching for that alone. All right. Thank you, everyone. Much love, appreciation, gratitude, and forward looking to our conversation tomorrow. Take care.